Hello everyone. Today, we study about life. Do you know what is life? Life is a living organism that is distinguished from an inanimate object by a combination of characteristics. Life is organized. An organism is organized as structures of increasing size and complexity, from atoms to molecules, to organelles, to cells, to tissues, organs and organ systems, to individuals, populations, communities, ecosystems, and the biosphere. Emergent properties arise as the level of organization of life increases. They result from interactions between smaller parts. Life requires energy. Life requires energy to maintain its organization and functions. Producers extract energy from the non-living environment. Consumers eat organic energy sources. Decomposers recycle nutrients to the non-living environment. Because of heat losses, all ecosystems require constant energy input from an outside source. Life maintains internal constancy. Organisms must maintain homeostasis, an internal state or constancy in changing environmental conditions. Life reproduces itself, grows, and develops. Organisms reproduce asexually, sexually, or both. Asexual reproduction yields virtually identical copies, whereas sexual reproduction generates genetic diversity. Life evolves. Natural selection eliminates inherited traits that decrease the chance of survival and reproduction. The result of natural selection is adaptations, features that unhook reproductive success. Evolution through natural selection explains why organisms are alike yet diverse, and how common ancestry unites all species. The taxonomic hierarchy describes life's diversity. The classification system is based on shared features. Taxonomy is the science of classification. Biologists classify organisms according to probable evolutionary relationships. The taxonomic levels are domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. Domains and kingdoms are the most inclusive levels. Scientists study the natural world. The scientific method has multiple interrelated steps. Scientific inquiry, which uses a scientific method, is a way of thinking that involves observing, concluding, and posing further questions. Scientific inquiry begins when a scientist makes an observation, raises questions about it, and uses reason to construct an explanation, or hypothesis. Experiments test the validity of the hypothesis, and conclusions are based on analysis. Peer review ensures that published studies meet high-quality standards. An experimental design is a careful plan. The larger the sample size, the more credible the results of an experiment. Experimental controls ensure that results reflect the effect of the independent variable in an experiment, and not other factors. The dependent variable in an experiment is the measurement that the investigator makes. Standardized variables are held constant for all subjects in an experiment. Placebo-controlled, double-blind experiments minimize bias. Experimental results are statistically significant if they are unlikely to be due to chance. Theories are comprehensive explanations. A theory is more widely accepted and broader in scope than a hypothesis. Scientific inquiry has limitations. The scientific method does not always yield a complete explanation, or it may produce ambiguous results. Science cannot answer all possible questions, only those about the observable natural world.